YouTube. It's your friendly neighborhood panda here. It's now Saturday the 9th, and I have to say, as an amendment to my video in regards to Artisan Vaper's Twinkie flavor, the yellow cake, when I had originally done the video, I had a lot of issues with darkening juice, just getting super dark and super gunked up. I guess it must have just been me, or maybe that singular batch, because now I'm on the second bottle. I had previously been using the same two builds, and it was just darkening up so bad. It was just annoying the hell out of me. And now I actually took the time, spent the rest of my higher gauge wire, which is prolonging me from getting the Clapton coil jig video done immediately. But I have some that'll be coming in the mail hopefully soon. And I went ahead and made another Fuse Clapton 22 on 32, or no, not 22 on 32, 26 on 22, sitting here on the Griffin. I've been running this build with this cotton for maybe 4 or 5 days now. No darkening juice. So it was probably just my coils or my wick jobs. I don't know why it would all of a sudden become an issue when I had been wicking it the same way, but some things just happen. Maybe I dry burned the coil too long and it messed it up. I don't know. But now I'm no longer having that issue. Plus, on top of that, with this Fuse Clapton coils and whatnot, it's putting out way better flavor. Just phenomenal. At least way, way better than my first run through with the first bottle. So maybe it was me, maybe it was just that batch, I don't know, but it's working well now. As you guys can see there, or rather can't see anymore. There you go. Cool, now you can see me. But yeah, so I amend my previous statement that it was about a 3.5, 4 star. Now it's a solid 5 star for me. Another solid 5 stars for Artisan Vaper, just knocking it out of the park. Let's give them a hand. It's fantastic. It's a nice rainy day out here in Vegas right now. It's pretty nice out though. I'm heading off to work right now, as I typically am when I make these videos. And I just gotta say, I take back all of the negatives I had said about the juice and the possible sweeteners. I mean, it still could have been just that one batch for some reason wanted to go ahead and be a pain in my ass. But it's not an issue anymore. Oh, it's fantastic. It's just delicious. I'm not getting juice in my mouth. I'm not dry burning. Oh, love it. Just love it. Also, the new wire that I have coming in, I was pretty upset because initially when I had started using stainless steel wire for Claptons, it was very difficult to find higher gauge stainless wire. The highest that I was able to find was a 32, and that at the time was off of Fast Tech, which, while their shipping may not be as bad as it used to be, it still takes a good week or so. And it was annoying, it was a pain, and it just wasn't a high enough gauge wire. The new wire I have coming in from KB is a 36 gauge, which I have to say, KBEE, I got it off of Amazon, if I could say something about a lot of these foreign manufacturers, they should really listen to the questions before they just start answering stuff. Because originally I was going to buy 1,000 feet, which was like $33 and some change, which is a decent price for that much wire, I have to say. But I need the coil spool to fit on my Clapton jig. I need it to fit on the Clapton jig. Otherwise, I have to go through the pain and hassle of respooling it, which I don't have any empty spools right now, because I typically just throw them away as soon as they're empty. So I don't have any empty spools. So I went ahead and I went on to the Amazon page for KB vapes and that particular product, the 36 gauge stainless steel 1,000 feet spool. And I asked them, I said, okay, hey, look, I need to know how big the actual spool is, because they just showed a generic spool of wire, not even in the same gauge. It was just, a stock photo that they had of their own wire that they went ahead and took and threw up there as a placeholder. And it made me rather dubious, because it looked like a regular size spool. And I'm like, okay, 1,000 feet is not going to fit on that spool. I need to know how big the spool is. I need to know how wide. I need to know how tall. I need to know about how much it weighs, so that I can know if my coil jig will be able to go ahead and deal with it. And they said, I asked, okay, I need to know if this will fit in my jig. I need to know the size. And the reply, which was very immediate, was, yes, it will fit in your jig. Without any hesitation, without any explanation, without any measurements, dimensions, specifications, or anything. And I'm just like, what? So I went ahead and I said, well, I need to know how big the spool is. I need to know like how tall and wide and whatnot. And then they replied to that reply and said 1 inch equals however many centimeters and however many millimeters. And I'm just like, what the fuck? It's like you're just going to go ahead and throw out an answer to this fucking question that apparently you have no idea what I'm asking, and you're just going to tell me yes? Not fantastic. Not fantastic at all. The moment that there's a different company that is selling the same gauge of stainless steel wire, I will probably go with them, even if there is like $1 or $2 upcharge, if they can at least answer my questions with coherency. I mean, I understand a language barrier. I get that. But if you can't throw a question into some sort of translator and try to go ahead and figure it out, or at least ask a follow-up question like, I don't understand what you mean, could you go ahead and tell us exactly what you need and we'll answer it, then what the fuck? It's like, I get that we're not being charged extraordinary amounts for this particular wire. I mean, if it's someplace like G-Plat or Royal or Anarchist, and I have a question that isn't like breaking their trade secrets or whatever on the metallurgy of whatever wire they're using, and I have a question or an issue, I would expect them to fucking answer it, because of how much money people are dropping for 15 feet of wire that they're paying literally cents on the dollar for. It's what the fuck? It's like, why would I even want to deal with you at any given point in time? It's just stupid. And that's another thing. When it comes to all these wires like G-Plat and Anarchist and Royal and all the other ones that are out there, Nuke Wire, what have you, Hot Wires, it's like, okay,